Hey y'all, welcome back to the virtual world of Second Life. So I've been running into a bit of a dilemma. Is it really a dilemma? I don't know. This tree is really truly pretty. So for some odd reason, I have been consecutively attracting younger men approaching me in Second Life, and I don't really know what to make of it. I don't know, is it me or is it a conspiracy? Now, one thing that I do know is that there is quite a bit of difficulty when it comes to trying to kind of guess the age of somebody in Second Life based on their avatar, because most avatars in Second Life do have quite a youthful look to them. You do have to go through a lot to kind of add some age onto your avatar. Now, I do wish that there were more like a middle ground in Second Life where you can kind of look like you have a little bit of age or just like maturity as a whole on you, as opposed to just either having to choose between looking young or old, or youthful or old. That's just really the thing about it. They're like, listen, you either have tight skin or you have wrinkles, but there really is no in between. This is the Ferris wheel. Why do I always get these confused? This is like one of the Christmas staples. We'll probably see this on many lands. And so for me, it does become a bit off-putting when I meet somebody and I find out that they're just like wildly younger than me, or just younger than what I am wanting to even converse with a lot of times. And that's really the thing about it. Perhaps it's me just being used to talking to people within like a certain age range. But for me, I definitely feel like there will be a disconnect if the age gap is just like too large. So, you could keep it like friendly chatter, if you will. That's pretty much like the extent that I go to with like the majority of people that I talk to in Second Life. And I don't know like what that's about. I'm like, I don't think that I necessarily like dwell in spaces where there might be just like a larger amount of younger avatars in Second Life. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is it's a little off-putting for me, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now I know for a fact that there definitely are all these goodies on this bar. You guys know we're gonna take a quick little look. What I do know is that there are definitely people in Second Life that are closer to my age range and beyond, and I don't know if there are just like certain spaces that they dwell in that I just simply do not. I do a lot of just like walking around, and so I'm not even like really in specific aged spaces. It just seems to be the times that I go to these spaces, there are people that talk to me and they are just like not in my age range, and I'm just like, what the hell? And so I'm not gonna I do be like, you know what, is it me? Is it me? I don't know. Maybe it's the way that I dress. I don't know. I dress how I dress, and that's just it. Y'all added the ambient occlusion on, and the snow looked kind of dirty, but before I had it on, it was very much so giving like cocaine white, and one kind of white I don't like is a cocaine white. And so I was like, okay, well, you know what, we're gonna have a little bit of dirty snow today. I normally don't add it on, but the last video I got just kind of felt like it needed it. I want to try to kind of see the difference in the snow, because it's winter time in Second Life, so there's going to be a lot of snow on these lands, and I don't like that white cocaine white snow. I don't really like that. Oh, it's cute in here. Look at all the little Christmas trees. So that's really been something that I just kind of been noticing lately, and I'm just like, please leave me alone. I don't know what's going on, but I never put like my age or anything in my profile. I thought about doing it, and then I took it out. I was just like, you know what, leave me alone, because the thing about it is like, I don't date in Second Life. That's not my jam. That's just not my jam. Hats off to the people that do. I just don't. I want to be able to do what I want to do in Second Life. And I 1000% feel like if you're dating, oh, look how cute this is. I 1000% feel like if you're dating in Second Life, you do kind of have to dedicate. Oh, I'm just walking on everything. You do have to dedicate a certain amount of time to be with your significant other, and I'm not interested in that. I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it, as long as I want to do it. And I don't want any type of parameters on me. So I'm very firm in those boundaries, much like I am in my real life. If I don't want to do something, I'm not about to do it. I don't care how nice you make it sound. And so for me, because I don't date in Second Life, I definitely don't feel the need to like put any like super personal information or any information that I would deem to be like super personal in my profile, simply because it's like, it's nothing past this. Now if I'm asked, you know, I'll tell my age, I'll tell where I'm from and all that stuff. I mean, it's really in my name, but sometimes people, you know, sometimes they get 2 + 2 is 5 for them, and I just have to understand that everybody doesn't pick up on cues the way that I do or that others do. And so it's not like that's like something that's a secret, but it is something where I'm just like, this is Second Life. I don't feel like anybody's age or anything like that should really like come into play. The only thing that I will say is maybe just like the race of a person, and that's only because within Second Life there does seem to be like a lot of people that like to do like race play, if you get what I'm saying. And so that's a big no for me. I am not okay with that. So yeah, I need to know, because they will have an avatar that might look of Black American descent, looking very Sulan, but it will be a Caucasian behind it and calling you all types of N-words with a hard ER. And then you're like, wait a damn minute, you're trying to trick me. So I'm definitely very clear on those parameters, but only because I know that there are people in Second Life that really, honey, they be on here running a damn muck with their racism. So I don't run into a lot of people like that, but I would be lying if I said that I haven't. So there are certain things that I do kind of just like hold close to me, just knowing that there are some weirdos here, because it's adults here, and as we know, adults have really been coming out of their weirdo bag in 2025. You know, they've been here, they've been out, but you know, we're paying more attention to them, if you will. And so that's the whole thing about it. But I'm just like, ew, like what's happening right now? Like what is really, I don't have any conversation for like, if unless it's like something like a helping hand or just like very friendly with me. I feel like everybody gets put in the friend zone, and I think that's something that a lot of times, what I do know is men specifically, when they see not all, but many men, when they see something that you have placed as a boundary, they will try their damnedest to kind of make you go, try to get you to go past that or to go against your boundaries. I don't do that. I definitely see that right away. I noticed that right away through the conversation. This table is so pretty. I'll notice that you're trying to get me to like go against my boundary fairly quickly within the conversation, and I definitely shut it down very quickly, because play with your mammy, don't never play with me. I don't know, it's just something extremely off-putting for me to have somebody that's just like early 20s, you know, trying to have any type of like relational, you know, conversations with me, any type of, you know, smexy conversation. I'm like, ew, get the hell away from me immediately. But you know, I can't hold that against them, because they don't know how old I am. You know, you might go by looking at my avatar and then you might think that we're the same age, but as soon as we get to yapping, you can tell. Mamas and you, we too different, baby. We too different, okay? You can talk that talk to somebody else and they might not know that you're running game on them, sweetheart, but I's not one of them. And so what I have noticed is like, they would get in your box playing games like immediately, and I'm like, absolutely not. Immediately no. Immediately get the hell away from me. One thing that people in Second Life are very good for is a good love bombing, and the people who fall for it, I am always and will forever be amazed. I feel like if you're new to Second Life, I'll give you a pass. But if you've been in Second Life and you're still falling for like the straight up love bombing, the straight up just like, oh, you know, I really think that we're a match and we'll be this and be like, I think that shit is crazy. Meeting up with people from Second Life in real life shortly after you've met them in Second Life, all because y'all done voiced and you heard his voice and he heard your voice, that shit is crazy and hella dangerous. And if you're not on Second Life and you're watching this, the amount of times that happens is deplorable, in my opinion, quite deplorable. But you know, who are me to judge? You know what? No, we listen and we judge, because why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? So for me, I just kind of sit back and observe. When I tell people that I don't date in Second Life, they see it as a challenge to try to get me to date in Second Life, and then immediately immediately I go ghost. And if you ask me why I go ghost, I'll let you know. Because you get to make the rules in your second life, I feel like your freedom of choice should ring louder than anything else. So it's like, if you don't want to do something, don't do it, and stand on it, because why not? Who finna check you, boo? Ain't nobody here finna check you, okay? They can't check you in second life, and they damn sure can't do it out of it.